I didn't get to do the morning assembly reflection where we read the gospel. Tomorrow is my last day of work there, and the gospel is Jesus telling the story of the landowner and the vineyard. I don't have the luxury of reading while I'm driving, so you'll have to read the gospel yourself. But basically, Jesus is looking at the Pharisees, and he's saying, I sent you some dignitaries. I sent you some dignitaries. One more time, Jesus, even through a parable, is still saying, I am God. The landowner sent these people, and they rejected him, and they beat them. Eventually, the landowner says, I will send my son. Surely they will respect my son. But when the tenants saw, they said, here's the heir. Let us kill him and take the land for ourselves. See, I can't have the luxury of reading exactly what Jesus responds. But when he looks at the Pharisees knew that Jesus was talking to them, and they wanted to arrest him, but they feared the crowd. That would be the gospel of the Lord. But let's just say, I hope you're ready for the reflection. Because you have been given prophets in men. And yet the tenants, the newer takers of the school system, are not prophetic men. Educated women, once laity took over, educated women were put in charge of educating young boys and young girls. Prior to that, education was private, religious, and dominated by priests and brothers. Yes, male dominated. They were rejected, as we all are now, because men who act like men are now toxic. And the masters of education, dominated mostly by PhD women, even in their best of intentions, have been educated by a bureaucratic system that sees masculinity as a problem. You see, if you were to teach science and you were to say, the nearest stars in the Orion Nebula are 13 million light years away, most young boys' minds would be like, wow, that's fascinating. I'm going to contemplate that distance. I'm going to do my mathematical justice in my mind. Think about how far that is. But if there's no story to the typical female mind, that's boring. Who cares? It's like philosophy, right? I don't understand that stuff. It doesn't make sense. A young male mind puts together, takes apart, and does the work of the vineyard. The curse was not really a curse. It was a way that a man gets to see more love. A woman gets to see more love by increased pain in childbirth, so that they love that kid that much more because they experience that much more pain. But what's the man's pain? You will pull from the earth. You will pull from the earth, and it will hurt. The thorns will pull on you as you pull food for your family for your sons reject that kind of love and kill that son with words, kill that son with false accusations. Because why? The tenants think, the mass conglomerate of young TikTok loving women think that they can do this stuff without masculinity. They think that they can do it without. There's an awful lot you can't do without both. But there's one thing you can't do without masculinity. You can't raise a good, God-fearing young man without one masculine man in his life. He will reject you. He will reject you because you are foreign to him. You don't understand him. You never will. And as long as you try to squeeze him into you, and he starts to become non-binary and all these other nonsense things, all he's doing is denying who he was made to be, and you will be held accountable. When you kill him, and you think you can take the land for yourself, you have to try to pull the fruit and the vegetables from your bloody hands, all while the increased pain of no children ruins the rest of your existence. The Pharisees knew that he was talking to them, and they tried to arrest him. They tried to arrest him. Did they fear the crowd? Did they fear the crowd? God bless you, and take this mop and mop it your fucking self.